Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to record me actually doing my podcast today. We're going to talk about really leveling up your network and creating your inner circle, the importance of it, but also share why you will never become a millionaire. Well, let me rephrase that. Why 98% of society will never become millionaires, and why if you're the 2%, why you will become one and how to rise above the noise. So I'm excited for that. Welcome, it's Peter Voogd. Welcome to YEL 2.0. I'm excited to be here. And today we're going to talk about really leveling up your network and creating an inner circle that is dynamic, that actually helps you succeed, but also why you'll never become a millionaire. And why most people never become millionaires. Sadly, most people don't even make six figures. But these days, it's very simple to make six figures, which we'll explain. But I don't just want to tell you that you'll never become a millionaire, although the facts are 98% won't. I have a gut feeling that there's the 2% on this that actually want to level up. So here's the craziest thing in our society, all right? I was just talking to a 17-year-old in LA yesterday who runs a pretty big Instagram account, makes around $9,700 a month. So making six figures, just turned 17. And I realized at that moment, it's never become easier. There's never been a better time in human history to build a life on your terms, to crush it in business, to rise above the noise, to make money, to create freedom. If you have the right network, if you have the right guidance, and you can cut your learning curve in half and you have a roadmap to follow, and if you have mentorship. Because you'll realize, as you've already seen by paying attention, age is irrelevant. Like, how is a 17-year-old making six figures when teachers make 30K? And 15, 20 years ago, you couldn't make six figures if you're 17 online, right? Age is irrelevant. Experience is irrelevant. People say, I have 30 years of experience. No, you don't. You have 1 year of experience repeated 30 times because you're doing the same thing. So I want to let you guys know, it's never become easier and it's never been more simple to make money as an entrepreneur in 2018, 19, and 20. Ever. If you have the right mindset, the right network, the right guidance, the right mentorship. Now, here's the scary thing. On the opposite side of the spectrum, it's never became tougher to become an entrepreneur, to build a life on your terms, to escape the rat race, to make money. If you have the wrong network, if you try and do it all yourself, and if you don't invest in mentorship, and you don't invest in yourself, and you have that Superman syndrome where you feel like you have to do everything yourself, that mentality is going to kill your results, all right? Now, there's 1,700 new millionaires created every single day, according to Fortune magazine. Like literally every single day, there's 1,700 new millionaires. And here's the deal. You have to sell yourself on becoming one. They say the number one reason there's not more is because you don't have strong enough reasons. Like you don't have strong enough, compelling enough reasons to make the seven figures happen or to be resourceful enough, right? Being a millionaire is very rare in our society. Many work their whole lives and never reach that status. Of course, they're going to validate and tell you why and all the things like, I don't care about money, millionaires aren't happy, I don't need that much money. And I'm sure you could think of 30 other validations. But here's the reality. You don't make $1 million by accident. And if it's not a goal, you definitely won't hit it. If it's not a goal, you definitely won't hit it. This isn't about the money. It's about interrupting the belief system you currently have and propelling you towards real wealth and building a real net worth. So here's what I've discovered the last 10 or 12 years. And I want to let you guys know. I've been in a place where I've been dead broke. I was devouring the internet, trying to figure out ways to become successful, to become a millionaire, to make six figures, then seven. I've been dead broke where I had $0 in my bank account. I could not go to the Wendy's drive-thru. I'm trying to figure out how to make it in entrepreneurship. I had just dropped out of college my senior year and told my family and everyone around me I was going to be an entrepreneur and be successful. It gives me chills thinking about it. I didn't have money to go to the drive-thru. So I moved up to Washington and I was struggling. And here's the sad thing. Society, anything society does is usually dead wrong, and you want to do the exact opposite. The majority is always wrong, right? There's a lot of sheep out there, and obviously you're watching this because you don't want to be a sheep, and maybe you're already making six figures. This will help you get to 7 and beyond. So there's two things society told me when I was struggling. One was work harder. That's it. It's like work harder. And the reality is I was already working 45 hours a week. So I went up to 50 hours, then 60, then I eventually got to 80 hours a week. And I'm like, okay, I'm working harder, but I still wasn't seeing results. So I realized it wasn't the hours I worked, but it was what I put in those hours. Not about working harder, not even about working smarter. It's about working right. It's about leveraging technology. It's about understanding yourself, how to duplicate yourself, which I'll talk about today. Having the right systems, the right advisory board, mentorship. The second thing they told me is invest in myself and read everything I can and study everything. So I was reading books, looking on YouTube, trying to go through all the free videos, right? And I just got overwhelmed. And when you're overwhelmed, you seek distractions. So I was distracted and overwhelmed, and I had no money. Something had to change, and it started with my mindset. So a story of me when I was in direct sales, I was just a sales rep, and I became a district manager where I was in charge of building a sales team. And my first summer, our goal for the summer was $450,000 as my team, as we can sell total. And long story short, in those 3.5 months, we ended up selling 120,000. And you can call that a failure because I barely even made money. But I want to fast forward 2 summers. We were able to do 820,000 in those same 3.5 months, and I only worked 20 hours a week. Now, here's the difference. The first summer, I wanted to do 450,000, but I was thinking and acting like a $120,000 manager. How the hell can I do 450 if I was thinking like a $120,000 manager? 2 summers later, I was thinking and acting like an $800,000 manager, which is why I was able to do 800,000 in the same amount of time, and I worked way less. So a lot of people want to do 6 figures, but they're thinking like someone that's broke. Or they want to do 7 figures and make $1 million, but they're not thinking and acting like a millionaire. If you want to get the millionaire status, you have to think and act like a millionaire. Every decision you make, you ask yourself, is this what a 7-figure earner would do? And the reality is, most people, the answer is no. If you're in a job and you want to level up, you have to think and act like the person above you, or even 2 steps ahead of you. Okay? Huge key. So these are some things I discovered the last 10 or 12 years. And you can tell I get passionate because I see too many people struggling when it's never been easier to make money. And I'm sitting here looking you in the eye and talking into this mic. It's never been easier. It's like 17, 16, 15. Look up the top under 20 millionaires. There's like hundreds, if not thousands of people making millions under 20. Right? So you have to be willing to adapt and adjust. You can't have that stubborn, I don't want to change mentality. That's why a lot of 40 and 50-year-olds that lose their job are broke and they don't know anything else to do because they're stubborn. You can't think like you did growing up. You can't have the same philosophies you've had. You have to shift. And here's the scary thing. You can't do more of what made you 6 figures to get to 7. So 6 figures is a different state of mind to where doing more of what got you 6 figures will not get you 7. You have to understand that, all right? Most people are thinking like 6-figure earners wanting to get 7, and they're living incongruently. And when I talk about becoming a millionaire, I don't mean like every millionaire. I mean the new age millionaires, the millionaires that have their values intact, like the ones doing it on their terms, not sacrificing family, not sacrificing their morals, but being world-class as they do it, all right? Huge key. Now, there's 3 opportunities most entrepreneurs miss, and then I'm going to dive into just 4 or 5 things, 3 or 4 things. Not a long video, not a long podcast. I just want to give you guys my thoughts. It's been festering on my mind why most people struggle and why you'll never become a millionaire. And if you are the 2%, I'll tell you exactly how. 1, they don't predetermine or fully prepare and think things through to the end result. So a lot of people, this is a big opportunity. They don't fully think things through. They're not strategic and intentional in how they're moving, and they're not purposeful enough. And they also have Superman syndrome, like I said earlier, which means they feel like they have to do everything themselves, when the reality is if someone can do something 80% as good as you, delegate it, right? That's the first opportunity people miss. Second, they don't have a blueprint, a proven blueprint. By the way, I'm recording this on video, and I want you guys to know with my podcast, I don't do mess ups. I don't stop the video and do it again. I'm fully authentic. If I mess up, who cares? I gave up the need to be perfect to be authentic in myself years ago, and it's the best thing I ever could have done. So if I mess up, I'm sorry. If you want a perfect podcast, go find someone that edits all their stuff for hours and hours at a time. You're going to get raw, authentic, from the heart, from the gut content here. So number 2, they don't have a blueprint to be massively effective throughout the day. So what's your prime time? What's the best natural time of the day? When are you in the best state of mind? You should not be making decisions when you're not in a peak state of mind. When do you have the most willpower? Some people feel like they have to wake up early. Dude, you don't have to wake up early. I know friends that are in the entertainment business or that they're creatives. They make music, they create art. Their best a lot of my video team that I have on my team right now, their best, most productive time is like 11 to 3 in the morning. People are obsessed with like, I got to get up early. No, you don't. Work when you feel like is your best time. Millionaires live in their own reality. They don't base anything off society. They're not like, oh, well, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, I got to get up. They do what they want on their terms. So do you have a blueprint to be massively effective? Okay? Or people, maybe they're effective when they work and they're focused, but they're working on the wrong activities that aren't leveraged. See, here's the scary thing. You're either working on things that just maintain your business or working on things that really produce growth. A lot of people are just maintaining every week versus producing consistent growth, right? Number 3 opportunity most people miss, the grass is greener mentality. This is evident in personal growth more than it's ever been. Don't fall victim. I'm doing this because I know how serious a lot of you are that follow my stuff, and I really do pride myself in giving better free content like this than most people charge thousands of dollars for. And I've been through hundreds of thousands of dollars of courses the last 12 years, and 99% of them are BS and don't give real value. So what happens is people get the information they need, or they get into a course, or they watch a video, and instead of taking action and executing what they learn, they trick themselves into thinking they need more information, and then they keep studying and reading. So then there's know-it-alls that are broke because they have all the information, but there's no execution. Thinking is good, but there's a time for thinking and a time for action. So you need a time block when you're going to think throughout the week and when you're going to execute. And here's the scary thing. You never want to execute when you should be thinking, and you never want to think when you should be executing. Think with no execution, that's a bad situation to be in. Execute with no thinking and no strategy, that's a bad place to be in too. You need both, but figure out when to do them. All right, so that's the 3 opportunities most people miss. Let's dive in. There's a couple things that if you want to be the 2% and you really want to level up, you have to understand. The first trait of a new age millionaire is they get crystal clear on their destination. They know their ideal outcome of where they're going. Most importantly, they know why they're going there. You know what conversation changed Warren Buffett? He had a conversation with his dad. I was watching the documentary on a plane back from Dubai a little bit ago. I was speaking there at the Atlantis, which is a crazy experience. If you ever been to Dubai, it's nuts. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, he had a conversation with his dad, and his dad told him, never worry about what others think. And I'm reading this. Here's a funny lesson. I'm reading this. I'm not good at reading because it gets me out of my zone. I'm really good off the cuff, coming from the gut and from my heart. So I actually pulled this up to read it, and you can see I'm not as good at reading things. His comment with his dad, he said, never worry about what others think. And when you know why you're doing what you're doing, that's all that matters, and that's when you're going to make money. So pretty much he told his son, this is why I don't read, by the way. And a lot of people, another thing that annoys me, side note, is when people just strictly read notes, or they're giving this regurgitated speech and they give the same speech over and over again. I love just coming from the heart and from the gut. So anyways, his dad told him, don't worry what others think. And once you know your why of why you're doing what you're doing, and it's deep enough, that's all that matters. That's a huge game changer. So thinking about for you, where are you going to be 2 or 3 years from now? And measuring everything against that ideal outcome and reverse engineering. People still aren't doing this, right? This is a 7-figure focus. Don't move on till you get clarity. For me, when I had no clarity and I didn't know what I wanted to do, I kept asking myself questions to figure myself out, to know myself. I kept talking to my mentor. And here's the big kicker. Most people, they ask themselves tough questions and they try to gain clarity until it's uncomfortable. Then they just settle and move on. And I don't worry about it. This is why you see a lot of people literally like work for 2, 3, 5, 6 years, and they realize they didn't build something sustainable, or it's not theirs, they don't own it, or they help somebody else get rich, then they realize through having their back against the wall, it's like, wow, I didn't build this strategically. I didn't thoroughly think this through. Then they got to start over. Time is too precious. You don't want to start over. You want to thoroughly think things through at the beginning. So what is your ideal outcome for the next 6 months to a year? Do you have the right tools, the right mentorship? Are you investing at least 10 or 15% of your income back in yourself? Do you know your unique advantage, your unique angle? What's going to differentiate your business, right? You can grow your business massively by tweaking your message and by thinking different about how to approach your business and how you're positioned in the marketplace, right? So just get crystal clear. Why are you doing what you're doing, and where do you want to go in the next 1 to 3 years? Is this going to keep you fascinated and engaged and excited? Does it match all your values? If your values family, flexibility, income, growth, scalability, does this business hit all those things? If one of your values is growth and contribution, and you want to scale your business bigger and bigger, but you don't allow yourself to scale because your business model doesn't actually permit that, you're going to be stressed out in the next couple of years. So get crystal clear on your destination, because you'll never be able to stop somebody who knows where they're going. You'll never be able to stop somebody who knows where they're going. Number 2, leverage technology and master productivity and master duplication. See, the productivity shift for me that took me from 6 to 7 was I was shifting from complexity to simplicity and realizing that most things didn't matter. And I got rid of all the noise out there. I didn't get caught up in being busy, just being busy. I adopted minimalism. Okay, it's a great way to run your business. It's a great way to run your life. So get rid of the messes and the noise and focus on a few good marketing tactics, a few systems. Have 1 or 2 mentors. Maybe read 1 book a month or 1 book a year, to be honest. The scary thing for me is I've studied the least I've ever studied the last year. I only have 1 mentor. I'm part of 1 program that's spendy, but it's paid for itself 10 times over. I don't listen to a ton of podcasts. I've consumed the least amount of information, but I've had the best last 12 months I've ever had in my life. It's because I know myself at the highest level. Knowing yourself trumps inspiration. Knowing yourself trumps personal growth. Knowing yourself and understanding who you are and what makes you tick, how to maximize your productivity trumps personal growth, right? But you obviously need to have the right people around you. So I focused on the speed of implementation, okay? What that means is if I learn something, how quick, my thought process was, how quick can I adapt and adjust and actually execute? It doesn't have to be right or wrong. It's about testing. So my speed of implementation went way up. I also was very careful whose opinions I took. I was always in my own reality. Just because people got off work at 5 doesn't mean you have to stop. Just because everyone wants to take a day off Saturday, Sunday, or 2 days off doesn't mean you have to. I was totally in my own world, right? And I only took advice from people who had similar values that I did, who actually already have the results and success I wanted. So for example, I know myself now. I know that when I'm 40, 50, 60, I don't want to work 100 hours a week. I don't want to sacrifice the time with my wife and kids just because I want to hustle. So there's a lot of people out there right now that are older. They're like 45, 50 years old. They're influencers. I'm not going to say names, but some of you guys know them. And they're preaching hustle, grind, and they're 60 years old and they're working 100 hours and they never see their kids or their family. That's not attractive to me. That's actually embarrassing. I don't want to be 50 and 60, never seeing my family. I want to coach my kids' basketball team. I want to be able to take 2 weeks off, take my family to Fiji or Hawaii or something when I'm older, right? So I don't want to be tied to a business that has 100 employees. If that's you, that's great. There's no wrong way to live. But why would I follow someone who has a totally different life path than me? So be careful who you take advice from, all right? So I want to introduce you to something that I've done in the past that really has helped me. First, understanding high-level activities and low-level activities. And once again, making sure that you're doing things. I would write down everything you do in your business that just maintains it. And then I would write down below everything you do in your business that produces growth. And I'd be challenging you that if you're not at 7 figures yet, you're doing a lot of things that just maintain. I want to help you leverage and do things that are producing growth. So literally like take notes. So I wrote down 4 categories. No dollar, like low value, $0 value work. Now this is things that waste our time and suck up our life. Like they have negative value to us. Junk food, gossiping, watching TV. Not only do we get anything out of it, but it actually makes our lives worse. So you get nothing in return. Maybe reading the news, social media, unless you're making money on social media, but not scrolling and watching other people succeed. That's $0 work. There's low value work, like low dollar value, busy work, errands, organizing administrative tasks, taking some files and putting them in a file cabinet, stuff you can outsource, checking emails, scheduling your appointments, shopping, things like that, right? Pretty simple. Then there's high dollar value. Making the cash register ring, bringing in money, making money right now, sales, marketing, copy, speaking, hiring somebody, hiring a mentor, getting involved in a high-level mastermind or academy. That makes sense, right? And then there's high lifetime value, which is these are activities that pay you in the long term. Investing, hiring a quality employee that's going to be with you a long time, creating a book, a CD, an audio program, art. You do them once and they pay you forever, okay? Maybe it's improving your product or improving your skill set, getting a new mentor. These are high lifetime activities. So you want to write down everything that you do in each of those categories, okay? So here's the activity. I wrote down all mine, first, second, third, fourth. So for me, I lowered the time I spent, or I delegated the zero and the low value work, and I increased the time I spent on legacy activities and high dollar work. Here's the unstoppable combination, but you have to understand that the key here is stealing time from your low dollar value or zero value work and activities and investing it into higher value work in your life and business. This is the fastest way to increase your productivity in a big way, okay? So here's the unstoppable combination. You always want to be spending 80% of your time on profit-producing high-value activities. What I mean by that is figure out your low-hanging fruit. Figure out what activities that yield the highest results and highest ROI every week and make sure that's happening. Your job as an entrepreneur is to produce results whenever you want, whether you feel like it or not, consistently, okay? And then 20% of your time should be spent on legacy and high value, high lifetime value. So always be working on something legacy based. This only works if you're creating consistent income. So what are your top 3 legacy items? A lot of multimillionaires I know are always working on legacy focused things. Now, as your influence and results grow, you can flip that. Right now, it should be 80, because here's what I've seen, why I'm sharing this. I know a lot of people working on all these legacy things, but they don't have their profits predictable or systemized. Why are you working on things that don't make you money now if you're not making money now? Your value should be making money and protecting your family and making sure you have consistent income coming in, then focus on legacy activities, right? As your influence grows, you flip it, 20% on profit producing and high value, and then 80% on legacy and high lifetime. Eventually, your profit-producing activities will be systemized and delegated, right? So that's the next key, is just maximizing productivity, understanding you only have 24 hours in a day and you have the same amount of time as Elon Musk and Michael Jordan, Tony Robbins, right? All these very successful people. So keep that in mind. And the last thing, the biggest difference is mastering the art of real wealth and money. Money without financial intelligence is money soon gone. So there's 4 things successful people spend money on. Warren Buffett says reinvesting your profits is the best and only way to build real wealth. I'll go through these kind of quickly. I'd love to hear your comments below. I'm excited. Also, we opened up our inner circle, which is once a year. We just opened it up. It's going to be open for the next 3 weeks. It might actually be closed by the time you watch this, but you can put your name on the wait list. It's gamechangersinnercircle.com. The link's below. If you want to level up your network, see if you qualify, and get connections right away. I'm not going to sell you on it. You can go to gamechangersinnercircle.com. So there's 4 things successful people spend money on that most don't. Number 1 is investing back in themselves, training, mentorship, seminars, the right, obviously, perspectives to cut their learning curve in half. This will save you a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy, right? So what should you invest in? Well, it depends on what you need and what your specific goals are. Things to think about. When you're investing in something, make sure you invest in proven, relevant, and congruent information that's relevant to your vision. Make sure the person teaching it practices what they preach. They're a world-class human being that has the results you're striving for. Biggest key, make sure it's tactical and comprehensive, not just mindset stuff. The amount of people that reach out to us that have applied to the academy, or applied to our inner circle, that say, you know, I invested in Blank's program and these other programs. They're so, it's great, but it's very fluffy. It's all mindset. There's no tactics on exactly what to do next. Once again, what I say earlier, it's never been easier to crush it and to level up and get the 7 figures in this new economy. I don't take this lightly, by the way. And I know some people might say it's not easy. It is easy if you have the right guidance, the right roadmap, and the right people around you to cut your learning curve and have to tell you exactly what not to do and what to do, right? You must ask yourself if you've taken action on the previous information before you're obviously moving on to new content, and then making sure that you've not just done your research on what this is, but you make sure that the information you're investing in is the best training on the subject. Got it? So invest in yourself. How much money are you investing back in yourself? Don't be Superman and think you don't need any mentorship or guidance. I had that problem and it really caused me to have a lot of burnout. Number 2 is investing back in their business. Every successful person you'll see invest back in their business. When you hear reinvest, you think financial investment, but redirecting a portion of profits back into your business can help your business grow at a higher level. So investing in clientele, investing in marketing, investing in advertising, investing in social media, investing in things that help your business grow. Whatever that is, okay? Investing in things that help your business grow. For those who aren't interested in scaling their company or increasing profits, then investing isn't as necessary. But I'm assuming if you're watching and listening to this, you hope your company grows and continues to grow every single year, week in, week out, right? So if you're looking to expand your business and increase your returns, then it's important to reinvest back in your business and continue to do so as long as you're continuing to grow. And that's obviously, if you want to obviously scale your business for an exit, then that's the best way to do it. Now, reinvesting in your business is not just a huge key to growth, but what else would you invest in? Right? People are scared to invest back in themselves and back in their business. But if you look at successful businesses, all of them do this. All of them do this, right? Number 3, once you start making money, the best way to make money is the first 2. Invest in yourself, back in your business. 3rd is investing in assets that make your money work for you. Okay? It can be membership sites, angel investing, real estate, multifamily, residential, duplexes, art, classic cars, whatever. Anything that's proven to appreciate over time. One of my favorites is real estate. I've purchased 6 or 7 rental properties in the last year. This is such an amazing source of income, but obviously another great way to diversify as well is real estate. And here's the cool thing. When I talk about investing in your business, if you have the question that says, well, I don't know what to invest in, I don't know what the best ROI for my money is on my business, that's why mentorship, and that's why getting involved with an advisory board, having 4 or 5 people around you that have your best interests in mind, that can actually coach you and guide you on how to make the proper decisions is necessary for not just a world-class overall life and peace of mind, but for business growth. So one of my biggest breakthroughs I've had the last 12 years is there's always an answer. I don't have to figure it out. I used to bang my head against the wall trying to figure out the answer when I could just call someone at a higher level and they'll give me the answer, right? So that's why it's important to invest in assets that make money work for you. And the fourth is memorable experiences. Like memorable experiences that mean a lot to you that you'll never forget. Experiences that are exciting. This isn't talked about enough, but one of the top things millionaires spend money on is experiences for them and their family. Right? Vacations. Now, it's not just a vacation for them because they're not escaping reality because they love what they do. But I want you guys to understand you can't put a price tag on an experience or a memory. Ultimately, life's an adventure. And here's the cool thing. When you invest in an experience, that's something you'll remember forever. I think the 2 exciting things that make life unstoppable for you are working on things that matter, working on meaningful tasks, and maximizing memorable experiences. Now, some people try and do this before the other 3. Don't do that. You need all 4 to maximize your success and fulfillment. Invest in yourself, invest in your business, invest in assets that make money work for you, and then invest in experiences. Because imagine taking your family to Bali or to Hawaii. I'm trying to think of cool locations, to Ireland, to Amsterdam, to Dubai, wherever you want to go. Imagine taking your family for a 7-day, all expense paid trip and treating them. Now, is that going to get you demotivated or more motivated to work even harder when you get back? Obviously, you guys know. So memorable experiences is a huge, huge key to sustain growth and sustain wealth, all right? So, I mean, that's really what I have for you guys, and I hope you guys got some value from that. But the reality is, I want you guys to understand the importance of mentorship, of having an advisory board, of having a network that's congruent to your greatest contributions and goals. Evaluate who you're around right now. Do you have a network that's helping you level up, right? And once again, that's why we started the inner circle. If you're ready to make the leap from 6 to 7 figures or just have the best 12 months you've ever had, meet me in person, me and some of my multimillionaire friends. That sounds super corny. I'm not going to say that. Ignore I ever said that. Me and some of my friends that are also successful, that I believe are world class, that have gotten real results, are also going to help you as well. So you'll have the connections, the mentorship, the hands-on coaching needed to grow your business to 7 figures and beyond without sacrificing your lifestyle and freedom. So you can go to GameChangersInnerCircle.com for your private invitation. You can learn more as well. But we're going to really take you by the hand. There's a bunch of in-person events, and it's going to be legendary. So I'm super excited. If you're interested, if you want to learn more, check it out. If you don't feel like you're ready for that and you just want to level up, go to GameChangersMovement.com. That's our academy we have, and all ages, all experiences are welcome. There's 4 different levels. You can set up a call with our team and see if it's for you. But once again, I appreciate you, and take advantage of the opportunity. Don't wait till your back's against the wall to level up your life. Don't wait till the doctor says you have health issues to be healthy. Don't wait till your kids don't know who you are to spend time with your kids. Tell yourself right now, I will be disciplined instead of working all the time. I will finally invest in my personal growth. I'm going to spend the money anyways. Might as well invest it in something that's going to pay for dividends years down the road as well. So don't wait. That's my goal. Now matters more than ever. And if you can maximize now and maximize today, tomorrow takes care of itself. If you maximize this week, your months are amazing. And if you maximize your months, your years are exceptional. Most people, guys, spend the first half of their life saying they're too young and the second half saying they're too old. Don't be like most people. Like I said at the beginning, you probably won't become a millionaire. But if I'm talking to you and you're looking at me right now, or you're listening and saying, yes, I will, and you are the 2%, you better back that up with results and action. But I appreciate you guys. Let me know your comments below. And I'm excited to, if you get accepted, I'm excited to work with you the next year, whether it's the Academy or Inner Circle. If not, continue listening to my content. And thanks for your support. We'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Hope you guys got some value on YouTube. Make sure you guys have subscribed to my channel and comment below what your biggest breakthrough was. I'd love to hear your comments. I'll be in the section. I might even pick a winner and give away a free mixtape or a free signed book. I love giving away stuff. Actually, I'm going to give away a signed copy of 6 Months to 6 Figures for the best comment below, best breakthrough. Appreciate you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. See ya.